The pulse of tomorrow, a planet in peril. A dream to save it. In 2040, Earth's heartbeat wavered, raging wildfires, swelling oceans, and crumbling ecosystems signaled a world at its tipping point. The Amazon, once a lush cradle of life, gasped under the weight of deforestation and drought. Yet, from this crucible of crisis, three revolutionary technologies sparked a beacon of hope: Google's Gemini deep-think AI, Runway Aleph's reality-shaping video tools, and Google's virtual satellite AI. Together, they wove a saga of redemption, led by a visionary ecologist whose defiance of despair would rally a generation. Dr. Cale Wren, a 32-year-old ecologist with eyes that burned like the forests he swore to save, stood on a scorched ridge in the Amazon's wounded heart. His mission was nothing short of Herculean: to resurrect the rainforest before it collapsed into a barren savanna, a fate scientists warned was mere decades away. The challenges were daunting: unpredictable climate shifts, illegal logging cartels, and a global public numbed by endless crises. Cale needed more than data or determination. He needed a revolution. He found it in the synergy of cutting-edge tools that could think, show, and see like never before. In his makeshift lab, a solar-powered outpost amidst charred stumps, Cale activated Gemini DeepThink, Google's latest AI marvel. Unlike its predecessors, Gemini wasn't just a processor. It was a philosopher, capable of parallel reasoning across vast datasets. Its neural architecture mimicked a cosmic web, exploring infinite permutations of cause and effect. Cale uploaded a deluge of ecological records: soil nutrient profiles, historical rainfall cycles, migration paths of keystone species like the jaguar and harpy eagle. "Design a restoration plan," he commanded. Gemini hummed, its holographic interface pulsing like a living organism. Within hours, it delivered a masterpiece, a dynamic blueprint for reforestation. It mapped planting corridors to maximize biodiversity, proposed micro-dams to stabilize water flow, and calculated species reintroduction sequences, each scenario backed by probabilistic models accounting for climate volatility. Cale's breath caught. Gemini wasn't just fast, it was a collaborator, weaving strategies no human team could dream of in a lifetime. But even the most brilliant plan was worthless without action, and action demanded conviction. The world's leaders and citizens, jaded by years of empty promises, needed to feel the Amazon's plight. Cale turned to Runway Aleph, a video editing technology that blurred the line between reality and imagination. Aleph could manipulate footage with surgical precision, generating scenes that never existed yet felt achingly real. Using Gemini's restoration blueprint, Cale fed Aleph sparse drone footage of the desolate rainforest, cracked earth, skeletal trees, silent rivers. Aleph transformed these into a vision of rebirth: emerald canopies swaying in the breeze, macaws flashing through the air, rivers glinting under sunlight. It erased logging scars, replacing them with thriving ecosystems, and generated cinematic angles, sweeping drone-like vistas over reborn jungles, intimate close-ups of tapirs grazing, even a child's perspective looking up at towering kapok trees. The result was a 4-minute film, The Amazon Reborn, that compressed decades of restoration into a heart-stopping narrative. Uploaded to global platforms, it went viral within hours, amassing 500 million views in a week. From Mumbai to Montreal, people wept, shared, and pledged support, their apathy shattered by Aleph's vivid prophecy. Yet vision and passion needed precision to endure. The Amazon's fragile recovery required real-time oversight, far beyond the capabilities of outdated satellite imagery delayed by days or weeks. Cale deployed Google's virtual satellite AI, a digital sentinel that redefined Earth observation. No physical craft, it lived in the cloud, fusing data from ground sensors, high-altitude drones, citizen scientist uploads, and legacy satellite archives into a near real-time mosaic of the planet. Its algorithms could detect a poacher's campfire or a seedling's growth with uncanny accuracy. Linked to Gemini, the virtual satellite fed live metrics, soil moisture levels, canopy density, carbon sequestration rates, into the AI's models, allowing daily refinements to the restoration plan. When illegal loggers encroached, it flagged their coordinates, enabling rapid response from local rangers. Aleph, in turn, updated the Amazon Reborn, weaving in real-time footage of sprouting trees and returning wildlife, keeping the world hooked on the unfolding miracle. The technologies didn't just complement each other, they amplified one another in a virtuous cycle. Gemini's adaptive strategies guided the restoration's science, Aleph's visuals ignited global momentum, and the virtual satellite's unblinking gaze ensured every step was grounded in reality. The impact was seismic. Crowdsourced funding surpassed $10 billion, with donations from schoolchildren to tech billionaires. Volunteers, scientists, farmers, indigenous leaders, poured into the Amazon, planting trees and rebuilding waterways. Governments, pressured by the viral campaign, cracked down on illegal logging, redirecting subsidies to conservation. By 2041, the first 100,000-hectare corridor of the Amazon pulsed with life. Saplings stretched toward the sky, rivers flowed clear, and jaguar tracks dotted the soil. Kale stood again on that ridge, now shaded by a young forest. The air buzzed with insects, a chorus of life absent for decades. He thought of the technologies not as tools, but as extensions of humanity's will. Gemini's deep reasoning, Aleph's storytelling, the virtual satellite's watchful eye. Together, they had turned a dying ecosystem into a symbol of what was possible. What does it mean to save a world? These innovations didn't just revive a forest, they exposed humanity's power to heal when vision meets action. As we face our own crossroads, climate chaos, fractured societies, uncharted futures, will we wield such tools to rewrite our story, or let apathy extinguish our spark? The Amazon breathes again, but the greater question lingers. Can we keep the pulse of tomorrow alive, or will we falter when the stakes are all we have left?